Okay, guys, welcome to video number 2. This is section 2.2, solving two-step equations. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to try this solve it puzzle right here. Okay, so pause the video, take a couple seconds, try that. If you don't understand it or don't know how to solve it, we will go over it in class when on this will be Monday. But just give it an honest try and then let me know. Okay, so I'm going to go down to section or problem 1. And once again, just like yesterday or just like in block day, we are solving for the variable. Okay, so my variable is x. I want to get it by itself. However, there's a lot going on over here. So I have 2x plus 3 equals 15. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get this 3 to the other side. Well, when I'm adding 3, the opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. So let's subtract 3 on both sides. So I get 2x equals 12. And once again, guys, I'm sorry about the writing, but my airliner is still broke because, well, you all know what happened. So just try to do the best. So I have 2x equals 12. X is still not by itself, so it's x times 2. The opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. Okay, so when I divide by 2, I get x equals 6. Okay, now over here it says check. This is actually a very, very important part of this process. So there is no reason why you should never get an answer right because you can always check. So I'm going to plug 6 in. So 2 times 6 plus 3. Does that equal 15? Well, 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 3, in fact, does equal 15. Okay, so we got the problem right. Okay, on got it number 1, once again, we're going to do the same exact thing that we just did. So I have 5 equals t divided by 2 minus 3. I'm trying to get my t by itself because t is my variable. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add 3 to both sides. Add 3. Let's get that 3 out of there. So I have 8 equals t divided by 2. Okay, and once again, when we have t divided by 2, the opposite of dividing by 2 is to simply multiply by 2. So I'm going to multiply by 2. My 2's cancel, and I'm left with t equals 2 times 8, which is 16. Okay? And guys, remember, if you have any questions over those two, draw a little question mark over here to the side, so that way we remember to go over it in class. Okay? So let's go on down to the next page. So flip your paper over, and let's start with problem 2. Okay? So problem 2 is a word problem, obviously. Okay? And I know for some reason you guys are all terrified with word problems, but we'll be okay, I promise. So you are making a bulletin board to advertise a community service opportunities in your town. You plan to use half a sheet of construction paper for each ad. You need 5 sheets of construction paper for the title banner. You have 18 sheets of construction paper. How many ads can you make? Okay, so let's just go through and pull out some important information. Okay, you plan to use half sheet of construction paper per ad. Okay, so for every ad you make, we're going to have half sheet of construction paper. So we would write that as 1/2 times A. Okay, I'm using A because it's ad, right? A is for ad. So a half sheet of paper per ad. Plus, I need 5 sheets for the title banner. Okay, so plus 5 equals total sheets I have 18. Okay, so here's our equation. Okay, 1/2 A, so 1/2 a sheet of paper per ad plus 5 sheets for our title banner equals, we have 18 sheets total. So to solve this, we're going to subtract 5. Subtract 5. So I have 1/2 A equals 13. Okay, 1/2 A equals 13. Okay, so now we can rewrite this, okay, because this might be a little confusing for some of you. We can rewrite this as A divided by 2 equals 13, okay? Because multiplying something by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So when A is divided by 2, I can multiply both sides by 2, multiply both sides by 2, and I get that A equals 26. Okay, so I can make 26 ads if I use half a sheet of paper and I use 5 for the title banner. Okay. On the next part of the problem, it says suppose you used 1/4 sheet of paper for each ad. So we're just going to change that to 1/4 means 1/4 per ad, plus we only wanted to use 4 sheets for the title, so plus 4, and we still have 18 sheets. Okay, so once again, just like the last problem, the only thing that changed is the 1/2 turned into 1/4 and the 5 turned into 4, but the same exact process. So we're going to subtract 4, so I'm left with A divided by 4 equals 14. Okay, multiply both sides by 4, so that way our 4's cancel, multiply both sides by 4, and A equals 56. Okay, so guys, I know these two word problems are a little complicated, okay, but once again, if you have a question, put your question mark there, and if you understand, super, okay. And the last problem for to note, so you guys are getting out of here quick, okay. We are looking at problem number 3. So solving with 2 terms in the numerator. Once again, this is the same exact thing that we've been doing. Do not get frightened or scared because it looks just a little different. Once again, I'm trying to get my variable by itself. So I have x minus 7 divided by 3 equals negative 12. The first thing we want to do is get this 3 out of here, right? Because this 3 is throwing everything off. So let's write it over here. X minus 7 divided by 3 equals negative 12. Okay? So when we divide by 3, we're going to multiply by 3, and our 3's cancel. So I'm left with x minus 7 equals negative 36. Okay, so I multiplied both sides by 3, and I'm getting this formula here. So x minus 7 equals 36. We're still looking to get x by itself, so the opposite of subtracting 7 is adding 7. Adding 7. Okay, so x equals negative 29. Okay, circle your answer. Okay, and finally on the last one, okay, the last got it. It's the same exact thing. So 6 equals x minus 2 divided by 4. Okay, so we got to get this 4 from out of the bottom. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4, and I have 24 equals, our 4's cancel over here, x minus 2. Okay, now I still want to get x by itself because it's my variable, so the opposite of subtracting 2 is adding 2. Come on, there we go. So now we have x equals 26. Okay, and so guys, once again, that was super fast. That was 8 minutes. Okay, if you have questions, go back and rewatch a section, okay, or put your questions on your notes. When you come in Monday, make sure everything I wrote down, you also have written down, okay, and we'll go over all this Monday. Have a good weekend.